Hi girls, let's start something today on paper number 11, that is Shakespeare. We all know Shakespeare has been regarded as a father of English drama because in those times drama were of course invented or discovered or written, but the format was different. People used to write on spiritual matters, people used to write on some ancient philosophy, but Shakespeare changed the way of thinking. He did not write about any god or goddess or any ancient deities, but he wrote on a common man's belief, a common man's idea, typical of common man's thinking. Why we call Shakespeare the father of English drama? Answer is very clear. Shakespeare was born in a very poor family. He did not have any extra facility to go to school. He went to school till 5th standard. He struggled a lot. He worked as a stable keeper, and there the turning point started. Shakespeare was working as a stable keeper, and one day the company owner, actually he was working in a drama company where people used to hire, or we can say they rear the elephants and horses for the scenes, for dramas. Shakespeare did not act first. He was as only a stable keeper. So one day what happened, the owner of the company, drama company, he approached Shakespeare and said, today the hero, the king who has become a king, the hero of the play, is ill. He can't come to the show. He can't act. So he asked Shakespeare, in one or other angle, you look like that hero. So can you come and just for one day take the charge of becoming a hero in my today's show? Because those days the shows were live, not recorded. Shakespeare thought for a while and he said, okay, fine. See, he want to earn money by any ways. And there he stepped into acting. The history says, the critic says that after the show of Shakespeare as a hero of some drama, the people, the audience were very happy, and for the next day the audience demanded that, actually the audience did not know that this man Shakespeare is a stable keeper. They thought the man who acted yesterday is the same man today, because the writer or the owner or director of this drama took some different angles of Shakespeare that people may not recognize the real one and the we can say the replica. So some people even commented that yesterday when we saw the same play and today when we are seeing the same play, difference is very clear. The king, the hero, is more super fine, we can say, than yesterday's acting. So it was only because of Shakespeare's skill that he could do well, and the drama owner, the director, he took his advantage. He hired Shakespeare and shooed that fellow out who was ill, who was supposed to be the hero for this man's drama, but Shakespeare got chance in this way, and now Shakespeare took acting as one more source of income. But Shakespeare wanted to be the father of English drama, modern English drama. He was not quite well, not happy with what he was getting, the little sum of money, and he was not also happy with the script which was given by the dramatist, or we can say the playwright. He thought, because he had a lot of ideas, the new innovative things he had in mind. So he just thought, why not I write the drama and I make people act on my ideas? And there he started writing some dramatic pieces. The earlier plays of Shakespeare were not so well written because he was so basic writer. He was we can say a new writer, a neonate we can say. He just wrote to earn money. Remember girls, he just wrote dramas to be acted on stage and to get money and nothing else. He did not know, he never knew that this dramas will be taken as a study for the doctorate degree, that's PhD. He just wrote to earn money without any selfish motive. He was so genuine that he wrote what all he knew. He was not that much expert in his literature. He was just a man who can speak English because he was born in England. So when you see the earlier plays, we can find the varieties of variations in his writing. When talk about the earlier plays like Taming of Shrew, or we can say some Love Labours Lost, we can find out how Shakespeare was little neonate in writing, and slowly when you come out, when you go further, and you see As You Like It, when you see Merchant of Venice, you find some of the intellectual plays. In Merchant of Venice, you can find a dialogue between Portia and Shylock, where Portia comes in disguise of a lawyer to save her lover, Bassanio, and Shylock was a merchant. How beautifully she talks and makes this merchant Shylock and realize that it was his mistake. It is a different drama. You can read if you want. Then I would like to just mention here, Shakespeare, that's why we call him the father, because some of his dramas, one is that is the Comedy of Errors. It has also been directed in Hindi as a movie, the whole Hindi movie, and that is the picture Angur by Gulzar. In that beautiful drama of Shakespeare and the movie Angur, you can find, if you just go, just type out, you find out Angur. There we have two sets of twins. Now these two sets of twins are been departed because of some calamities, and it becomes two different sets. There is one set of hero and the sub-hero, we can say, and other set of again hero and sub-hero. But how beautifully it's been interwoven one by one, the characters, the events, the situations makes us feel, and sometime at the end of the drama or end of the movie, we are really confused at who is who. And many more Hindi movies, Hamlet, even Othello, are been taken as a source of a story and made in Hindi movies. The best movie, we can say, the best drama, the best plays always are regarded as the plays which are having the depth. And that is always the sad plays, we can say, the tragedies. Shakespeare divided literature or the drama into different four types. That is, one he took as comedy, what he wanted, what he was actually was. Then he was a romantic also, he took romance. So he was dividing one by one. He said, okay, fine, let's go for comedy, then romance, then tragedy, and then history. Then when he saw the people are demanding something else, the tragedy and comedy and romance, and something else, so he coined rather, we can say, a new name, tragicomedy and tragiromance, romantic tragedy in that way. Tragicomedy means what? The drama is in comedy form, but end is tragic. The drama can be in a romantic form, like Romeo and Juliet, and end is tragic. Romantic comedy, we can say As You Like It. Romance and comedy throughout the play, and end is also very much good, safe. We all love it. So this was Shakespeare's different way of dividing the drama. In total, he wrote 37 plays. Actually, he wrote many plays. But after his death, the critics searched and they could only find out some of the plays, and they all made in bundle. They all made in what do you call collection, and then they gave a number that 37 plays are of Shakespeare which are present in the world. And those plays, I told you earlier, were comedies, and it was like tragedies, history plays, romances, and we must not forget one thing, he also was a poet. He wrote sonnets. In total, he wrote 156 sonnets. And sonnets, we all know, you all had learnt in your semester 4. Sonnets were taken, invented, or we can say invaded or borrowed from European culture. A small poem denoting somebody, can be anybody. We cannot say only for the lovers, anybody. And we can say Shakespeare, being a romantic type of person. Romantic means what? Let me clear. Romance means not love making. Romance means doing something extraordinary against the flow of life. Something very much thrilling. Something which we would like to do again and again. That is called romantic. And in that sonnets, he took a character. In many sonnets of Shakespeare, you can find a character, a black lady. And he writes the play, or I must say the poem for the black lady. And so critics said, maybe Shakespeare was in love with the black lady, so he wrote the sonnet for the black lady. And so on and on and on. So in today's lecture, we have just discussed about some of the main thing about Shakespeare and the division of his drama.